Imagine a place where fathers buried their own daughters alive, where tribes fought for 40 years over a camel, where the strong took whatever they wanted and nobody cared about the weak. This isn't a movie. This was Arabia. And in just 23 years, one man changed everything. Not with an army. Not with money. With a message. This is the story of how Islam transformed a continent of darkness. 1,400 years ago. The Arabian Peninsula. No government. No police. No justice system. A man could take as many wives as he wanted. Divorce? Say I divorce you 3 times. Done. No rights to property. No inheritance. And the worst crime. Female infanticide. Daughters were buried alive in the desert sand because sons brought honor. Daughters brought shame. The Prophet himself later said, on Judgment Day, the first question will be about why you killed your daughters. The strong tribes ruled. The weak served. Wars lasted generations. The Basus war between Banu Bakr and Taghlib tribes fought for 40 years because a camel was stolen. Thousands died. For a camel. 360 idols in Mecca alone. People made their own gods from dates, ate them when hungry, made new ones. Religion was business. Quraysh charged for idol visits. No unity. No purpose. Just survival. Enter Muhammad. Not a king. Not rich. An orphan. A shepherd. A trader known as Al-Amin, the trustworthy. Even his enemies kept their valuables with him. At 40, in a cave, the angel Gabriel appeared. First word. Read. He couldn't. Illiterate. Tried to run away. But the message was clear. You are the messenger of God. His own uncle Abu Lahab cursed him. His tribe offered him kingship to stop preaching. He refused. They boycotted his family for 3 years. No food, no trade. Starvation. Then they tried to kill him. In 622 CE, he escaped assassination by hiding in a cave while enemies stood at the entrance. Spider web covered the entrance. They thought nobody was inside. Divine protection. He arrived in Medina. Jews, Christians, pagans, all fighting. He created the Constitution of Medina, world's first multi-faith state. Equal rights. Shared defense. 1,400 years ago. 8 years later. 10,000 followers. Mecca surrenders without bloodshed. The man who was stoned in Taif, who slept on rocks, who lost his wife and children during the struggle. He enters the Kaaba, destroys all 360 idols with his own hands, and says, there is no God but Allah. The same idols his own ancestors made money from. He destroyed the family business for truth. Let's talk results. Real results. In just 23 years. Inheritance rights guaranteed in Quran. First in history. Marriage requires woman's consent. Prophet annulled forced marriages. Divorce procedures. Women could initiate it too. Education. Prophet said, seeking knowledge is obligatory on every Muslim, male and female. Zakat. 2.5% wealth tax for the poor. Mandatory. Racial equality. Bilal, a black Ethiopian ex-slave, became the first muezzin. The man who stood on Kaaba's roof to call prayer was a former slave. Abu Bakr, the first caliph, said, the weak among you are powerful in my sight until I get their rights. The powerful are weak until I take rights from them. Within 100 years, from Spain to India, universities in Baghdad, Cordoba, algebra, optics, medicine, preservation of Greek, philosophy while Europe was in dark ages. The Renaissance started because of Islamic scholarship. You watching this. Maybe you're in a dark place right now. Maybe your Arabia feels hopeless. Addiction, broken family, financial ruin, spiritual emptiness. Remember, if Islam could transform a continent that buried daughters and worshipped stones into a civilization that built universities and wrote poetry, what can it do for your life? The Quran isn't just for 7th century Arabia. It's for the human heart. Everywhere. Every time. Indeed, with hardship comes ease. Chapter 94, verse 5. Notice, with hardship, not after. Ease is already there, even in the pain. I challenge you, read just any chapter of Quran with translation. not what others say about it. What it actually says. Start with Surah ad-Duha, the chapter of morning light. It was revealed when the Prophet was so depressed. He thought Allah abandoned him. Your Lord has not forsaken you, nor has He detested you. That's the message. For him. For you. For everyone who feels lost. They went from burying daughters to educating them. From 40-year wars over camels to a civilization that connected continents. From 360 fake gods to one true God. What will you transform? Share with someone who needs hope. Subscribe for more untold Islamic history. Comment Subhanallah if this moved you. Until next time, never underestimate the power of one truth. One person, one transformation. Assalamu alaikum.